Hello community, I am Tonja Simmons-Lee, a licensed professional counselor, a nationally board certified counselor. As we come to a close in September where we have provided intentional awareness and prevention of suicide, we like to share some specific information that affects the Black community. Did you know that Black youth under 13 are twice as likely to die by suicide, and when comparing by sex, Black males 5 to 11 years of age are more likely to die by suicide than their white peers. The suicide death rate among Black youth increases faster than any other racial ethnic group when examining suicidal ideation and behavior. Today, suicide is the second leading cause of death among Black children, ages 10 to 19, and that rate is also consistently rising faster for them than any other racial ethnic group. When reviewing suicidal ideations and behaviors, the results are mixed. A new study using the Youth Risk Behavior Survey, which is a national school survey of adolescents' health behaviors developed by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, paints a further alarming picture for Black high school age youth. The study's findings indicate that suicide attempts rose by 73% between 1991 and 2017 for Black adolescents, both boys and girls, while injury by attempted suicide rose by 122% for Black adolescents during the same time. This information would suggest that Black males engage in more lethal means such as strangulation and firearms when attempting suicide. Although Black youth have historically not been considered high risk for suicide or suicidal behaviors, current trends suggest the contrary. Often we recognize that our children and our loved ones may be going through a change. We notice that they might not appear to be the same. Something may be different, but we rarely relate it to the possibility of them being depressed, of them having anxiety, them being a part of substance use and use of alcohol, and we rarely consider that it may be suicidal ideations. Traditionally, it has been dismissed as part of adolescence. Whatever the adverse incidences families may have encountered that they are trying to cope with, especially over the past year and a half, many families have had these experiences. They have been asking themselves, how did this happen? And what do we do now? I suggest to you kindly and from the heart that we use our voices to silence the shame surrounding mental health in Black communities, that we embrace our lives and all that is involved, that we acknowledge we are not alone and that we cannot do this alone. We cannot solve some of the issues that we experience in isolation. For immediate help or more help, you may text SILENCE to 741-741. Call 1-800-273-8255 or call 1-800-SUICIDE. Download the MyGCal app, Georgia Crisis and Access Line, or download the Not OK app. It is time for us to stand up and fight for our families, because one death by suicide affects 121